Ocean Crew, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and I'm from Ocean Chicks Films. Tonight on a brand new episode of Sharkbite Reviews, I'm going to be taking a look at the Japanese horror from 2019 called MIMICRY Freaks. It was sent to me as a screener by Bayview Entertainment and TMA Releasing. MIMICRY Freaks from 2019 is a Japanese horror thriller written and directed by Shugo Fujii, starring Tatsuji Sugiyama, Tomoya, Mochizuki, and Daiki Tanaka. The story takes place in a forest with two intertwined stories, one of a father and son, the other of a wedding rehearsal, unexpectedly there in an encounter with a monster known as a Namahage. Whoa, this film is really involved. There's a lot going on here. It's really disturbing. For some, it might be a little bit too much going on, but in the end, it all kind of comes together. The acting is great, as are the complex visuals. I really liked it, and I think it's one of those films that you gotta watch more than once. The musical score is really incredible. It's chilling and weird at the same time, but I really love it. It explores the topic of child abuse and fills you with confusion and tension, much like a victim would experience if they were going through something like that. It also shows the abuse being passed down to the next generation. The film starts out with this man named Fuma and his son Ren, and they're in this really thick wooded forest with this single bed there that's all covered in white sheets, and they're wearing white, almost as though they're being seen from within a hospital or something like that. And you get that weird feeling that maybe the main character's having hallucinations or something like that. And we get flashes of him having some kind of disturbing past in his childhood or something like that, but you're not really sure. And they keep you guessing right until the end. Then there's this secondary story that's going on at the same time, and it's about this couple that's going to be married. So they're planning their wedding and they're going to find the venue, and they're in a car driving with the bride's dad and the wedding planner, and the car breaks down, and then they connect with this man and his son together at this cabin in the woods. There's lots of twists, there's lots of body horror, lots of deranged gore, and jump scares. It's got it all. But like I said, there's a lot going on, so you're very confused the whole way through until you get to the end. I mean, you can kind of figure out bits and pieces as you're going, but I find myself asking, what's going on? Who's that person? What's happening? But it's kind of a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So the writer, director of this film is created something that's very unique. It's a really unique, different kind of horror. And apparently he made his film debut of an indie film in 2000 called A Living Hell. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look for it because I think it'd be pretty cool too. In MIMICRY Freaks, there's this mythological Japanese monster that keeps popping up that has this mask and kind of a costume that's kind of very strange and scary, and lots of different things happen with him. And he's supposed to represent this creature that's called Namahage. I think that's how you say it. And he attacks people anyway. This film is set mostly in this rundown cabin. It's this big building, and it's kind of like all old equipment and things inside of it. You get that sense that there's something crazy gonna happen here. Kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I've seen a lot of people online refer to that when they're talking about this movie. And it kind of is like that. It's that sense of dread, like something really bad's gonna happen. And bad things do happen. This film is really visual, I think, just like the last one that I reviewed from Bayview. And I love that about it. It's got lots of elements that are brought together in a really cool way, really unique, and super gory, if you like that kind of thing. But it's really, there's a lot there, there's a lot to follow, and at times it gets kind of confusing. But I think if you just kick back, relax, watch the thing without picking apart every little detail and just wait for the end, it's actually a really incredible film. And I think picking apart the details and try to figure out exactly what's going on is left up for the second or third viewing. And again, it's a film that really plays on your senses. Like, there's a lot of tension and a lot of being uncomfortable, and jump scares, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's only 81 minutes long, but it feels a lot longer because there's just so much packed into this film. The characters are really well defined and they're very well acted, very distinct, but even so, there's just so much going on that you still kind of get lost in all of the confusion. But like I said, really enjoyable if you watch to the end. My favorite scene by far was the swamp bog quicksand type of deal. It's in the forest, so I don't know. Could it be quicksand? I'm not sure. But it's kind of like that. It's really tense. If you haven't watched this movie yet, you got to watch it for that scene because you're going to love it. And I'm not sure that I can really choose a favorite character because I kind of like them all for different reasons. The practical effects are really good. But what's really cool about this is they do a lot of tricks in the editing, so there's lots of filters and camera effects and transitions and stuff like that, and I really love that. So lots of new things I've never seen before, so that makes for a really visually enjoyable film. So I don't want to give away too many details about this film because I want you to go watch it. And you can do so by streaming it or getting a copy of the DVD through Bayview Entertainment or TMA Releasing, and I'll have their information linked in the description box below. So for my review, I'm going to give it 3 shark bites out of 5 because I think it's a solid movie. I think it's a really good one to watch. I'm going to give it another watch actually too, like I said. Yeah, I recommend that you go see it, check it out, and let me know what you think. And another big thank you to Bayview Entertainment and TMA Releasing for letting me screen this movie. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy these and I hope that I get to do more. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up because it helps me out a lot, and subscribe to the channel for more movie reviews, more Final Girls of Horror. We've got another one coming up this week. It's a crazy one. And Saturday night, we're doing a special episode of Spirits and Screams. It'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific time this week. And we are going to have 2 special guests from the movie Attack of the Killer Donuts, which I reviewed before. We're going to have Ben Heyman back on the show again, as well as Justin Ray. So that should be really a lot of fun. So please tune in for that. And I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and I welcome all your comments down below. I love chatting, you know I do. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time.